the aim. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The last time these two teams met, it was the Houston Rockets who came away with the W against the Pelicans. Right now, they're in charge of the season series, up 2-0, looking to go for 3.
And really the signature of that game was what they were able to do from a defensive standpoint, particularly on the low post.
Yeah, and they were up in the air an awful lot in that paint area, getting their hands on shots, a lot of them, but if they didn't block them or touch them, they actually changed them.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Houston, Alexander, he's in at point guard. He's out there with Harden. Brewer is out there with Cauley-Stein, and it's Capella in at the 4-man position. Here's Alexander. A 38-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And Joseph kicks to Gordon. Got a piece of it. All by himself. Here's Alexander. They get it back. A 3-ball. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts. So it's the Pelicans now. It's a 5-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
That drops.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
The feed to Brewer. 5 to shoot. Sticks another. 3 more from Alexander. Alexander's got 8 points. Now here's Joseph. He's guarded closely. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Here's Alexander. Nice open look, but it's no good. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against Milwaukee.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top.
And the Rockets making the change.
Spacing.
Pelicans trail by 11. This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Alexander in at point guard. He's out there with Harden. And it's Capella in at the 5. The lead now in single digits. Joseph's got the first basket of the second quarter for New Orleans. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks played really well. He ended up with 38 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 14-6 run.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Pelicans trail by 9. Joseph, the pass to Gordon. They set the screen. Davis drives in. And it's blocked. Covington kicks to Joseph. Gordon with no one around. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Here's Alexander. Drops in the tray. And now a 12-point Rocket lead.
Oh, terrific move there. I think he may need to check those ankles. He's just left the defender on the ground.
That is a highlight and a half, guys, or a highlight plus. Anytime you shake a guy out of his shoes like that, is going to make the rounds for sure.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Ryan Anderson, who's checked in for the Pelicans. And so it's New Orleans with it, down by 12. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Well, some players just get hotter as the season goes on. And that's definitely been the case with these point guards since the All-Star break, as you can see in these shooting percentages. Freak is second.
Some remarkable shooters in that group. I mean, you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent and patient players.
In addition to being unbelievably gifted shooters. I mean, these guys have some of the smoothest, sweetest strokes in the NBA, which means they have some of the best strokes in the world.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Now here's Joseph. Following the miss by Freak. They get a hand on it. There's the dish to Joseph. Gordon kicks to Anderson. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Covington's shot is off.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
That's good. And that's now 25 points for Freak.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean,
19 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Alexander. 25 points in the game.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And so that's the end of the first half.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Anthony Davis. And, Anthony, based on how the game has been going so far, what's your attitude going to be when you come out?
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
What a game we've seen here for T. He's got 27 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from 3, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
They've got Anthony Davis. Gordon is out there with Corey Joseph. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Sullivan, and at the 5 down low. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. He's getting around 38 points per, almost 5.5 steals and 4 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irrepressible and a prolific scorer.
There's the triple. The shot is off. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Davis kicks to Gordon. 5 to shoot. Covington inside the line, hits the front of the rim and out. Rockets leading by 9 from the arc, and there's 3 points. The long-range shot is on target from Alexander.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
For the 3, and another 3 for Houston.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Sullivan, the pass to Davis. Lots of room. Covington with the bucket. Covington's got his first points in this one.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. A wonderful string of games lately. First in blocks, 9th in scoring, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
Boy, and he's been a human highlight reel all season. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now.
Ryan Anderson, who's checked in for Anthony Davis. Joseph with the ball, now guarded by Alexander. Pulls up for 3, and he gets it to go. Alexander's got 36.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And Anderson kicks to Covington. Fires from deep. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Alexander. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Houston leading by 14. From deep three-point range, no luck.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Outside Gordon. Here's the screen. 11 feet away. Covington's shot is off. The Rockets have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Passes it to Kirk on the wing. Brewer. Here's Alexander. Another miss by Houston. Pelicans trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Takes the 13-footer, and again, no good by New Orleans. Rockets leading by 14. From downtown, no good. There's 1:26 left here in the third quarter. Gordon, the pass to Sullivan. Takes a 3. Now it's Ryan Anderson with the 3. Anderson's got 8 points.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well. He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's had.
And Joseph kicks to Anderson. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Alexander. He's got 39, and he gets it to go.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Capella kicks to Alexander. Pass to Capella. Second chance shot. Makes it off the glass. Capella's got his second basket of the night.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they struggled and are in such a hole.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Rockets lead by 19. From New Orleans, back in a moment. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Pelicans trail by 19. So on the floor for Houston. Alexander is in at the point. He's out there with Jordan Clarkson. Cauley Stein is out there with Richardson. And it's Capella in at the 4. There's the pick. Kicks it out to Gordon. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Alexander from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Alexander's got 45 points. They swipe it. Pulls up. Poked loose.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
He tried to shoehorn along the sideline, but he stepped out of bounds. Pretty good defense there to force the turnover.
So for the Pelicans, Davis has checked in for Zeller, and Robert Covington subbed in for Dante Cunningham. Ryan is checked in for Houston.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Ryan against Gordon to the inside. Covington with the bucket.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Alexander, no luck. And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Here's Joseph. The teardrop falls in.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Rockets leading by 21. Here's Alexander. The Rockets again can't hit.
Really quite surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, not typical. They've been dominant on the board, but they are still falling short on the scoreboard.
Joseph dishes to Davis. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Brewer is checked in for Houston. Harden comes in for Bryant. Houston's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Fires the three. Alexander, no luck. Pelicans trail by 19. Gordon with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Joseph, the pass to Sullivan. It's rebounded by Houston. Alexander's got his 8th rebound here tonight. This one for 3. They get it back. Capella kicks to Harden. No problems knocking that one down. And the Rockets lead by 21.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes. Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Alexander. From deep, 5 on the clock. And here's Gordon. He feeds it to Joseph. Banked in off the glass. Joseph's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Well, I like the fact that we can still see a flicker of a flame burning. They haven't given up or given in. They've picked it up at both ends and right now on a nice run.
Offensive rebound, Capella, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
And you really can't help but notice all the points they've continued to get off turnovers.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Rockets.
The key here, Clark's second chance points.
Well, they pounded the offensive glass, and Kevin, I also think they won the 50-50 balls, too.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I'd have to believe the sweep will be in order.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for T. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds. And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
In the corner, it's Gordon. Here's Sullivan. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
Good on both. Here's Alexander. Shoots the 3. Can't hit. Another steal. From deep. Can't get it to fall. So we see Houston taking the W here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go. All right, fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go. Okay, that's it for now. Make sure we're iced up and rested. Go ahead, keep shooting if you want.
It's the 2K
checking out the Clippers, things have definitely been looking up for them lately during this midseason stretch. I think pieces are really falling into place for them at this stage. And Chris Paul will be in action tonight, and no doubt he is one of the best in the game. There are a lot of great point guards in the league, but Shaq, is he still the most complete point guard, would you say?
I would say yes. He makes his teammates immensely better with his on-point passing. Ernie, he still showed us the last playoffs that he can still hit that clutch shot.
Yeah, I still say he's one of the best on-ball defenders and basketball hawks at his position. Great all-around guard, great all-around player, and probably, I would say, one of the best leaders other than LeBron James in the game.
Let's go courtside. What do you say? Kevin Harlan has got the call.
Rockets here at home in this Western Conference matchup, live here in Houston. Mucho gusto, and welcome to Noche Latina on 2K Sports. From the jerseys to the food to the halftime entertainment tonight, a distinctive Latin flavor. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Today's game marks the continuation of the Clippers' road schedule. They blow through the treacherous Texas Triangle, always a dangerous part of the schedule.
And guys, this is an opponent that's given them problems first 2 times out that they've met. Both losses. We'll see if the third time is the charm.
This is their last chance, Greg. I mean, the final game of their season. Against this group. So they're looking for a measure of redemption, and of course, trying to avoid being swept.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Harkless is out there with Griffin, and it's Cantor in at the 5 spot. And so it's Houston with it, following the shot by Chris Paul.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Poked away. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. A pull-up. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Chris Paul picks up that one. The Rockets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
He doesn't get the second one. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
How about the rhythm they got into offensively there? That no doubt in my mind what the result was going to be once they started to click.
Really impressive, partner, because they simply put it on cruise control.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. And here are the Clippers now. 4-point game. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And they played with such tenacity on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, it takes a lot of pressure off of them when they go on offense.
And I think you've got to give all the guys credit. I mean, plenty of credit to go around. You can't just highlight or pick out 1 or 2 guys that stood out. Because everybody did defensively.
Now here's Paul after Enes Kanter's miss. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Paul.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Harden outside. Connects from three-point range. Harden's got his first 3 points of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Swiped away. Fires for 3.
What's up, dog?
And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Stolen. And they're on the break. Here's Alexander. And Houston again with the bucket. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Here's Alexander following the basket by Chris Paul. Over Paul. And again, another shot trained there from Alexander. Alexander's got 12.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
Great point.
Okay, Anthony, hold on.
Clippers trail by 12. Alexander, he's in at the point. He's out there with Jordan Clarkson. Paul Stein is out there with Corey Brewer. And it's Kirk in at the 4 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Kept alive, kicks to Brewer. Here's Alexander, gets the three-pointer to fall. Alexander's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Houston. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans got the job done. He finished with 48 points, and he was his usual self on the defensive end, providing a bunch of steals. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
And Harkless pulls it down.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Paul kicks to Cantor.
Okay.
Cantor sets the pick for Redick. Off the screen. 6 to shoot. Paul with the 3. That's no good. And now he's missed 2 and made 2. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far.
Sit down, dog.
Scott pulls it in.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Doubled by Alexander. Cantor kicks to Harkless. Paul, right side, got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. Rockets leading by 11. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Redick. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Houston's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Feeds to Brewer. They need this one, and the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Clippers trail by 13. Outside Williams. Outside Griffin. From deep. Great D that time from Alexander.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
Stolen by Robinson. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. Pushes it down to finish the break.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
And the first half is now in the books. Rockets ahead.
Thank you, Kevin. Doc, what do you think is the main area this team needs to address going down the stretch?
You want to talk to my court or your court?
Stretch where, you know, guys are playing hard. They're trying to win. But you got to win together by running your stuff. And we're trying to make it up, and the turnovers are killing us right now.
Coach, thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
What? I'm going down. Okay. Oh, shut up.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes.
No, come on.
Getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it.
I appreciate that, Clark.
It's good, Clark. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Enes Kanter is out there with Griffin. And it's Harkless in at the three.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first four here in the third.
Redick passes to Griffin. Inside, Paul. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. And that's now 10 points for Chris Paul. Here's Alexander, defended by Paul. No good with the triple attempt from Alexander.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Stripped away. For three. And Harkless pulls it down. Harkless has got 5 rebounds tonight.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Alexander. A three-pointer is right on target. Alexander's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
All right, Houston, coming up the quarter, your own Rockets Power Dancers. Give it up!
Well, we've got a second, so we'll bring up a list of shooting guards that have been red hot at the free throw line over the past month. Look at Redick, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line, and it's nearly automatic.
And one of the benefits of being as fantastic at the free throw line as he is it allows him to be really aggressive at driving the lane.
Which he is, very aggressive. He'll explode from his usual spot on the perimeter toward the rack, looking for contact, seeking it out, trying to get himself to the foul line.
Clippers trail by 12. Harkless kicks to Redick.
Oh my God, that beat good, bro.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
This is his first free throw of the game.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Please make that. Oh my God.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
From deep, Alexander, no luck. Clippers trail by 10. Harkless kicks to Scott. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Control the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
That's good.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Nobody near Williams. No good from outside. Houston leading by 11. Paul with the steal. Another steal. Here's the break.
I do
Here's
think.
Alexander. Wide open shot is on the money. Alexander's got 23. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Houston. Here's Alexander. The three-pointer, no good. Clippers trail by 13. Williams kicks to Dang. The putback, it's hauled in by Richardson. And for Houston, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And he gets the bucket.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on
Off
now.
the bed.
Outside,
Off the
Scott.
bed, Dollar.
52 seconds left to play in the third. Shot to stop the run, and the shot no good, a bit short.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Takes a three. Alexander, no luck.
You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
And he gets it to go.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Pass to Dang. Off target from the baseline. Richardson can't get it to go. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Alexander, he's in a point guard. He's out there with Harden. Brewer is out there with Cauley Stein. And it's Capella in at the power forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Alexander. Clippers trail by 15. Stolen. And it's Houston on the break. And here's Harden for three. Here's Cauley Stein. And that one is hammered home.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Redick dishes to Dang. Oh, trying for it. Shot clock at 6. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Redick. 12 points for Chris Paul.
Chris Paul has got that hot hand going.
Here's Alexander, defended by Paul. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
It's Redick on the wing. And the three off target. Houston leading by 15. Here's Alexander. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for T.
Yeah.
25 points, and he has been the definition of a
playing the
thief
game.
with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get
Watching
away
it
with
playing
any
the
loose
game, yeah.
passes or sloppy ball handling.
Both free throws
Ball,
good
you all
from
gonna play on my court?
Alexander.
We're still waiting for
Well, I
their
guess you
first
should
miss
be.
from the line this half.
100%. since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime
What
soon
park
with
you
that kind
go
of
to,
marksmanship.
Let's catch up with
You
Doris
probably
from
go
the
to
sideline.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his
Well,
team.
he could play with
He
us
made
in
no
River City,
mistake that
like
their
I'm
plan
doing.
was to run their offense through Blake Griffin. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way.
You
Every
Yeah.
possession.
Do you
Something
want to
else he
play
mentioned
at
is that he's
Sunset
giving
or
them the
Rivet
green light on
Ball?
offense. He wants to see a high volume of shots. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the fourth. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Clippers.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Capella, the pass to Alexander. Good. Alexander's got 29 in the game.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Redick with it, and it's Harden picking him up. And it's the Rockets on the break, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And the wide-open shot from Redick. Off target with his three.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Clippers trail by 15. Paul with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Griffin's shot is off. The Rockets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. There's the pass to Alexander. Nails the 16-footer. Alexander's got 8 points here in this quarter.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Here's Griffin, and off the front iron, and in it goes.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Here's Alexander, defended by Paul. Alexander, know what?
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there. They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Griffin kicks to Paul. Kanter sets the pick for Paul. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Pull up. Get out, Dawa. Get out, boy. Get out. So, Bob, do you want to go? You want to go to Rivic or Sunset? Or stay in Sunset? Ball.
There's 1:38 left to play here in the fourth. That's tipped.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Rockets.
Mark, the bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Yeah, you always like to see that, Kevin, when your reserves can perform and help you pull out a win.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
Well, once they'd taken the first 2 from them, you could just sense how this one was going to go.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Teague. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result. And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Move the ball.
He dishes it to Cauley Stein. They set the pick. Here's Alexander. Can't get it to go.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And they're on the kind of run that could have made a difference had it just started a little earlier.
Yeah, but I think the only reason they're on this run is because the defense has relaxed a little bit, knowing the game is basically in the bag.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Oh, I thought he could make that.
Unloads. Misses there. So we see the Rockets taking the win.
Yes, I'm here.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.
Calvin, you want me to play the part? If you want to, that's up to you. I'm going.
You rather one?
Yes. If you want to, that's up to you. Cause I'm finna get off and go to the park, so ain't you gonna do a video like we did last night?